I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Dan Porter. He is co-founder and CEO at Overtime. Dan, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me very much.
Great. Now, before we get started, quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Dan, tell me, what's Overtime?
Overtime is a massive community of Gen Z and millennial sports fans, 75 million followers, and we build and launch our own sports leagues for those fans.
Okay, so now you recently announced your partnership with Amazon Prime Video as Overtime Elite's first streaming partner. Why did you choose a streaming service over traditional network?
Yes, so Overtime owns Overtime Elite, which is a basketball league for 17 and 19-year-olds. It's like a dynamic, fast-paced basketball league, 6 teams based in Atlanta, but we play for the internet. And when we looked at who reached out to us, it was clear that Amazon specifically as a streaming service had massive reach, right? If you have Prime, you have it, was making a huge investment in sports, was also really interested in kind of pushing the envelope. We do live interviews in the middle of the game and so forth. And so it felt like a really good match. And obviously they have Thursday night football, so they have a big footprint. And we thought we could also get some of the attention and partnership that we really wanted, rather than being the millionth, league on another platform.
Okay, now tell me, how do you make the transition from a media company to a company that owns sports league?
Yes, so for the first 4 years or so of our lives, we were basically a media company and we published across social platforms. And then we said, we're spending all this time covering other people's sports, what if we had our own sports? So the way that you make that transition is you have to be totally insane and you have to believe that you can actually start a league out of nothing, build an arena and raise a ton of money, and we did all of those things. But it was clear that long term from a business standpoint, the value is in intellectual property, it's in owning leagues, it's not in being a media company and covering other people's leagues. I will say if you look at our basketball league and our football league, probably 99% of the people who follow and watch started as Overtime fans. So we built this foundation and then we built the leagues on top of it. And we brought in all kinds of people from the NFL and the NBA and stuff like that to kind of help us figure that out. And we took a lot of risks.
All right, well, not so crazy after all then, huh?
Still semi-crazy, but a lot of fun.
All right, so tell me, what can teams and leagues take from Overtime about next generation audience development?
I think that the audience in this generation, first of all, we all know they've grown up on mobile, and so they're used to watching on a different piece of real estate than maybe I grew up watching on my television. I think second of all, this generation wants to be included. They want to be part of it. I did not grow up making videos for social media and interacting with followers, and this generation does. And their ability to want to be part of the action, to want to talk to the players, to want to be recognized is really big. And I think the third is that they want sports described in a language that's their own language. I think that, when you look at all the media and the stuff around it, our basketball league is called by AMP, who's a bunch of really successful Twitch streamers and YouTubers who talk in that language. The players are young, the designs of the uniform are designed for that. We don't have to please everybody from 0 to 80. We only have to please our kind of 15 to 28-year-old crowd. And every generation just kind of has different needs, and we focus on their needs.
All right, well, Dan, really enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for joining
much.
me.
Thanks. Overtime.